Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Ducks will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone, it's Santos. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They go to the ground. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the... One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best four programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off the play fake on first down. Heaves it on the run. He's got it. He'll work his way down to the 28.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing.
And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This pass rush is
on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Line gets set, first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Off the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Ducks will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running backs. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Bruins.
And then you become a big star. And in Hollywood, what a town to do it. Obviously, create some excitement, create some momentum, go to a Rose Bowl, just do big things at UCLA.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played run.
And he intercepts it.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Using his legs, it's Flowers. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. He's got it. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Santos. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, if they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Handoff from the gun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his target down the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
UCLA 3, Oregon 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. On the move, it's Flowers. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
I feel like the defense right now is living rent-free in this QB's head. Of course, they picked him off the last drive. They almost picked him off right there. This defense doing a nice job mixing up their looks, and they're completely confusing.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They're setting up the screen. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
The give. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to him back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have...
Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense
fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Flowers. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Fires into the end zone. And the ball is picked off. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On first down, here comes this offense. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
It's now second down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Grabs it in the middle. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Coming after it. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They go to the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Quarterback checking off. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. And that ball is picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as it gets him down at the 37.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Looking to move it through the air. The sure hands, it's Thomas. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
They'll throw it from the red zone. He's right on target. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
And the Bruins are threatening on first and goal. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Gets rid of it. He caught it. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. Give to the running back. Knocked down for the tackle.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Quick strike complete. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
He wants to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. On the run, it's Flowers. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Line is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Got his man. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing because
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Can anyone catch him? And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A tough 3rd down spot here. A lot of yards to cover. Field is condensed. Ball is at the 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Bruins! And the route is on.
UCLA.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Kentucky delivered a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Bluegrass country for some time. And if this team's not careful, they could have themselves a football program there in Lexington. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He unleashes a long one. And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Got the 1st down, looking for more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. He's going to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got him this time. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
It's now 2nd and goal.
See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! And the punishment has been extended.
Number 32.
The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchbacks. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
Picks up 4. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Trying to get the edge on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Bruins! And the pummeling has started.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're lining up to boot it away. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, UCLA. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split them out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
That one comes out hot down the right side. He makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
First down for the offense.
On the double.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, UCLA 45, Oregon 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Pound 55 weak.
Going up top on first down. Got the back over the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. Movement here from the tight end. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pressure. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
And this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
To the ground, he's got it again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Hand off to the lone back. Hard running there. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Thomas. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Makes his connection. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably wouldn't quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. On target to the left. Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And the extra point was good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UMass. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got some room to run. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Pass to 50. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bruins. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And he's going to run it back. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. Rifles it down the middle. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Bruins will try to punch it in on first and goal.
Black 24. Black 24.
He's looking to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. And the beatdown has ensued.
UCLA. Number
Obviously just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense set for a first down play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On the option. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
Oregon.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered, They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires left. It's caught downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. And he tacks on the extra point. An 84-yard drive there, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He gets a block. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play in motion.